Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome to what should be a pretty damn cool game of Heroes of the Storm here in the road to Grandmaster. As you can see, looking at our team in particular, it's pretty stacked to say the least. We've got Fnatic Quacknix picking first. He's the main range damage dealer for Team Fnatic, and then Blade from Team Expert picking second. He's actually a team captain, who is the melee assassin player for Team Expert, of course. Then we got me, a couple other dudes as well, and yeah, looking pretty cool. So this Sainsbury guy, I don't actually know Sainsbury or Slim well. I played a few games with them before, but I hadn't known them before this game. Yeah, Sainsbury's obviously offering Valera. I know that Quacknix and Blade want to play damage, so I'm happy to play Warrior and to sort of back him up and see what we can make happen. As well, seeing as we're a first pick and first ban, we've got 3 picks before the second draft phase. E.T.C is obviously a very valuable thing to grab here because he's one of the most commonly banned heroes in the second ban phase. The enemy team will have their picks straight after that ban phase. So not only does picking E.T.C get E.T.C for our team, it also denies it from the enemy team. So there's a few benefits to doing this. Taskstart is banned away, and Tyrael, this is very interesting. I'm not sure why they banned out Tyrael, to be honest with you. Possibly something to do with these players in particular. I'm not sure though exactly what's going on there. Perhaps they're very much known for their Tyrael, not as far as I know, but perhaps. Or perhaps it's something that the enemy team wishes to pick that they want to deny the Tyrael. We'll see. We will see exactly how it pans out. Quacknix does go for Illidan in this game. I believe he does lock this in and play it. And yeah, there we go. He does go for the Illidan pick. So E.T.C should work pretty well with Illidan, actually. And then we'll probably be looking for a Muradin ban. Muradin is good against Illidan himself. But yeah, E.T.C should work well. I mean, we can dive in with Illidan quite a bit. We can set him up with CC. You can provide him some attack speed. All that sort of goodness. So we'll see how it goes. I'll say, prefer not tank. No grief, Dobby. That's fine. I'm happy enough to tank. And then Blade is going to pick up Ragnarok. So normally you wouldn't really run 2 ranged melee assassins all that often together. However, in this case, Illidan will obviously be doing a lot of roaming around the map, doing a lot of merc camps. Ragnaros, what Ragnaros does in particular, well, he can solo bottom at the start. More than likely, though, he is going to be focusing on the top 2 lanes and double soaking. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that's exactly what he does. I'm going to ask my teammates which you prefer. Now, the reason I'm really asking is that we're obviously banned the one that's not picked. I'm a bit better at Muradin than I am at E.T.C. To be honest with you, it's one of the things I kind of learned this season was that whereas I had loads of success in E.T.C before, when it goes up to like higher level play and playing with like these sort of standard players, you know, when you're playing with and against pro players, E.T.C is a bit more challenging for sure, because he is, let's say, compared to Muradin, he's quite a lot squishier. His engage is his stun. Yeah, so you definitely have to, he's more difficult to play, and that difficulty only really came to light for me, like playing against some of these better players. So because I don't play E.T.C all that much, I don't know, it is somewhat difficult to play E.T.C as well as the pro guys would play it, or like kind of close to as well as they play it. Whereas it's a bit easier with Muradin in Hero League, I feel. That's just kind of what I think. Anyway, Quacknix was saying he's getting tired, but he's going to try to carry it. Sainsbury's the guy who's saying he doesn't want to tank. Is going to play support, looking at picking Lucio. The enemy team bans out Gaslow. I think they're literally just trolling at this stage. I think Mopsio is literally just trolling with these bans. The Tyrael ban didn't make a whole bunch of sense. The Gaslow ban definitely doesn't. So we ban away Muradin. I think it's a good call. Limiting the amount of good warriors that are left. They got Dehaka, who's fantastic, obviously, at this map, but just fantastic in general. Great solo laner. Can double soak top as well. Somewhat well, I think. The best kind of double soaking for top and mid, by the way, in this map, well, Ragnaros is quite good. Zul, Gul'dan, very good as well. I'm pretty sure Gul'dan beats Zul. Who else is good? I mean, Jaina can kind of do it. Mate, like, Kelthus is okay. There's a few heroes that can do it. Johanna, but she's not very good. Leoric can do it as well. It also wouldn't be fantastic, but he can. Tassadar would be excellent. Metastar is literally always banned on this map, like literally, nearly always. They go for Malf and for Li Ming. So the Li Ming pickup is, I would say, quite targeted towards my E.T.C pick. Li Ming can grab Wave of Force, which is a guaranteed interrupt on Mosh Pit. I mean, Dehaka can't really interrupt Mosh Pit. I think he'd need to be cleansed into it, like cleanse and drag in order to stop Mosh Pit. So realistically in Hero League, that's not going to happen. Greymane can't interrupt it. Malf can with his silence, but you know, that's somewhat awkward. Li Ming though brings a very consistent and easy to use interrupt Wave of Force. So that's probably what they're looking to do. And they actually go for Zul final pick. In the end, we went for Medivh and Lucio. So we're all melee here. Pretty much. I mean, Medivh has some range damage. But yeah, we're pretty much all in on the melee front. So it should be pretty interesting. I think Mopsio, very good player, but I think he was pretty tilted in this game. In fact, if I remember rightly, I think Quacknix like calls the team to try to focus him down, kind of going, yeah, guys. Mopsio is tilted, this player is tilted, let's like focus on ganking them, because they will overextend and then they'll just keep playing worse and worse and worse if we can make them more frustrated. Kind of playing that psychological game, which is definitely something that's more of a thing with Grandmaster level players and the pro players than it is with, you know, just, let's say, your regular, let's say, well, like you're in gold, there's so many other people in gold, right, that it's, that's kind of hard to do because you're playing with different people in nearly every single game. Whereas with Grandmasters, they obviously, and pro players especially, like they obviously get to know each other all quite well and they play against each other constantly and with each other constantly. So they do get to know them and there's a psychological element then that comes into the games. Yeah, I was kind of looking at these as well, wondering what to pick up here. Prog Rock is obviously very strong. Guitar Hero could be pretty decent against the Mercs and stuff, but we got Illidan, so we don't really need that. I went for Block Party in the end against the Greymane. I figured that would work out fairly okay. But yeah, there would be a few fairly good choices here. I think there'd be good choices. Prog Rock would work really, really well too. They'd all work well, to be honest with you. I went for Block Party though in the end. So we don't spot the enemy team. This can often indicate, you know, there might be a 4-man bottom. Possibly though, someone is simply AFK and they didn't bother fighting over the vision point. Looks like that's what it's going to be. Just trying to make sure that Quacknix is going to be okay here. My team does start clearing this out immediately. We could have dodged that orb. That was a little bit of a misplay. This is fine so far. Ragnaros is clearing out top. We obviously have to deal with all the Zul minions in middle. This is what Zul does so well, is he clears out the waves and then he pushes them back with the minions. Very impactful right here at the start. Absorb that orb for the team, which is kind of nice. Come with the stun. Bit unnecessary on the Li Ming. We're just trying to grab this chest and get out of here. We actually got all 5, which is fantastic. Oh, I went very far forward there and almost got punished for it. We could very, very easily have died. It's very possible. In fact, I'm not even heartstoning in the best place there. We could have been killed by a Greymane Flask. It was on cooldown, I'm pretty sure, but it was... Could have come back up. It was definitely a risk, to say the least. We got 6 coins out of the first 10, which is nice. The enemy team got 4 down bottom, I think. Might catch that in a little bit. Attempting to collapse on Illidan. And yeah, one of the things about this game, you see there's a lot of rotations, right? Yeah, Dehaka got 4. There's a lot of rotations and such. Knock Greymane back, gonna stun him as well. Working him down. Li Ming doing some good damage, but we win that trade overall. Pretty interesting stuff so far. I didn't want to dive into that portal too much because all my stuff is on cooldown. Stun the Malfurion, knock him back, just trying to lock him down. Illidan is doing his thing to the side, actually goes very low. But he is being supported by Medivh, protects him. He picks off one hero we're chasing, as well as making sure Illidan is going to be okay. We get ourselves first blood. Blade actually solos out Zul in middle. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. And yeah, we start moving ahead. We didn't get any bonus coins off of them. We secure some of these turn-ins. Actually, we don't. We're not going to turn anything in. I misspoke. But we secure some map presence for ourselves, some wave clear. And this will be somewhat awkward until we don't have much wave clear, right? So we don't have anyone who's going to be good in the bottom lane. I'll be pretty good once I get level 7. I can get Echo Pedal. We don't have that yet though, so that's a little bit of a problem. Level 4, I did grab a speed medal in this case. So our trait applications give 10% move speed for 2 seconds. Pretty useful for just, you know, we've got quite a bit of speed already. So we could have gone for something else again. I figured that this one should work fairly well. Help people just juke around a bit, help them be a bit more aggressive, help Illidan do his thing, help me do the thing with Illidan too. It's my favorite talent as well on this particular level. I just like it. The 10% move speed adds up to a surprising amount of utility, I think, in my opinion. Leaf gets rooted. Illidan is calling for Medivh to be ready to help him. Illidan's actually moving in aggressively to steal stuff on the enemy side of the map. We knock Malf back, doing some decent damage to him. Lucio gets the kill, nicely done. So we just positioned fairly well. We knew that Illidan had, in a way, sort of scouted out that flank, so we knew there was nothing coming. Dahaka could pop up, of course, but he wasn't there. So we're able to go pretty aggressive, get the Q, the power slide through the Malf, knock him back with face melt to W, and then focus him down with some basic attacks. Lucio doing the same thing. And we get ourselves a kill, Illidan turning in at the same time. And it's actually very, very good for us right now. In fact, extremely good. We haven't seen, I don't think, any of this on camera. But Blade on the Ragnaros is doing an amazing job up at the top. He's doing a fantastic job up in the top. He is basically, he even drew Dahaka away. So he was drawing away Zul and Dahaka just to deal with him in terms of his wave clear. So he's playing it very, very well right now. And this is definitely awkward. The enemy team does bully us out with that Dahaka roam down. And they steal away that bottom bruiser camp. They obviously knew we were doing it. Kind of thought we might have time to burn it down before they got there. But we don't really have that much damage output aside from Illidan onto that. We got kind of punished for that. Grimmin Flask does stop Medivh going back. He's out of mana. Needs to get out of there. We got Echo Pedal level 7. And this is pretty nice. Whenever we use an ability, we do a couple of pulses of AoE damage. And it does bonus damage to minions and mercs. So this will really help us with our wave clear. Things like that. I actually went way too deep right here. Got super greedy. Nice root by Malf, and I die. So it just completely... That was just dumb. Basically, just was kind of late at night. Got kind of tired, lost concentration, and just got super greedy going in for an unnecessary power slide. And the enemy team was like, alright, we'll just body block you a bit. We'll reach you and free kill for us. Thank you very, very much. So definitely big misstep from me. In the meantime, because they have so many heroes down bottom, Quacknix takes out mid-fort. Blade once again kills Mopsio up top on that Zul. Just playing a fantastic Ragnaros game. And the chests have spawned. We do have level 10 coming in now. Just trying to think of what to get. I decided to save, hold on to this until I see what Li Ming picks. Should probably take Wave of Force. Obviously I'm ready, I can pick any of these heroics, like just in the middle of a fight if needs be. I think I actually do grab Mosh Pit anyway. I think I do. I don't... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went for Mosh Pit in this game. Just kind of like spur of the moment thing. I was like, well, if they only have Wave of Force, it might be worth it. Like, just for like the odd Mosh Pit that gets us one extra kill or something. It might work out okay. We're just covering Ragnaros, making sure he's going to be okay. He's just fine. I was expecting him to walk backwards. He did not. He did not. So pick Mosh Pit here. Is trying to save Blade from that. Picked it a little bit too late. Not quite on time there. Definitely a misplay for me. Should have been a little bit quicker picking up that Mosh Pit. I was just trying to figure out if I could pull it off, but Dahaka had his drag and just caught Blade with the edge of that, and that was enough to finish him off. But yeah, just slightly slow for me. Half a second earlier, we might have actually saved the Ragnaros' life, and that would have been very much worthwhile. We get 2 kills anyway for 1, so it's ultimately a win for us, but could have gone better. And see, Ragnaros actually went for Lava Wave, which I haven't seen in a long time. This is a great leyline seal. Gonna stun them off. I actually knocked him backwards. Not really what we'd super want. No, it worked out okay. Dahaka arrives too. That's fine with us. That's a bunch of coins too, which is great. I'm gonna chase a little bit, but that would be too deep. Obviously, Li Ming is down there, so we're gonna back up. In the meantime, you can see Illidan with that Bruiser Camp is putting a great push up on the top lane. Medivh going up to back him up. I'm just gonna posturing down near the bottom until then. Just getting a bit of a scout, basically. Not really looking to do anything there. Just keep an eye on the enemy team, what they're doing, where they're moving, so that our allies can use that information to their own advantage. Gonna come in, help out Blade. Finish off that camp a little bit quicker. Get him back up top to do his double soaking things. Actually, he's gonna come towards the middle where we're gonna pick a big fight here. Quacknick's getting a great pick, looks like, on Li Ming. He does go down, he gets silenced, but he's okay so far. We stun the Haka, knock him back. The Haka goes down as well. Quacknick's super low, but will survive. Just about. Now, you can see Zul is still just clearing in middle. Super tilted. Not paying proper attention at all. There must have been some disagreements in the draft, quite possibly. We go for the stun, the power slide, and it doesn't work out. But we pick him off nonetheless. And it's starting to establish quite a substantial lead right now. We're going for the boss. In this case, we're so far ahead that there's really no reason not to go in hard on this boss and really sort of pressure it down. Unfortunately, that's really bad timing on the chests. So we are going to lose out on this. We're giving Illidan attack speed. I'm going to come across here. Try to catch Li Ming in that. We just about missed. She knocks us back as well. Very well done by Undead there on the Li Ming. Well aware of what I was trying to do and counters it completely. We do stun both of those dudes. I'll lock him down a little bit. I'll talk about my talent choices in a few seconds here. As the fight sort of disengages. We got the lava wave coming in though. That had popped a little bit earlier in the fight. Dahaka finds himself in a nasty spot. He goes down. That's a pretty good kill for us with that. Pick off the fort. It's not often you see a lava wave kill. Not often you see lava wave, and less often you see a lava wave kill. I did go for my favorite talent here at level 13. Again, I think multiple ones are pretty good, but Encore, kind of my favorite one at the moment overall. Whenever we face melt, it leaves an amp behind, which does another knockback 2 seconds later. It's just a really nice zoning thing. You know, you can just use it to peel really well, to disrupt people. You know, you can throw it down in their way. You can like face melt between the enemy team and yours and just go, well, there's an amp in between. Now you can't even get in there if you wanted to. Come in, knock Moxio back. There's even an amp there, so even if you wanted to, he couldn't get out. We hop through that portal as well, just to disengage. It looks like we're actually going to keep going in. I'm actually going to turn in, or am I? Can't go through that yet because there is a root on the portal. Didn't spot the hack a flank, which unfortunately does pick off Ragnaros. I'm in a little bit of trouble. Not too much though, as my teammate to come back across. Knock him back. Quacknick's is coming in. Good root once again. Yeah, that's why I was waiting and kind of like gesturing towards the turn in. There was a Malfruit under the portal, so I didn't want to get through and get rooted. Just wait until that expires. Start turning in. I actually canceled the turn in there to let Quacknick's turn in instead. He's more likely, he's obviously, playing aggressive. He's making big plays. We want to free him up to do that as much as possible. If he's carrying around like 10 coins, he can't really take those risks. So I want to free him up to be able to take as many risks as possible. As E.T.C, I'd be a little bit safer. So that's sort of the plan there. Pick this up, go to Hearthstone, get some mana, and then join my teams, where we're going to be making a move towards the boss, which is very nice. I grab Showstopper here, not level 16. When we power slide, we get 25 armor for 4 seconds, just to enable me to play a bit more aggressively too. Do those aggressive power slides in. Quacknick's going aggressive. Again, like we've kind of freed him up to make those plays. Like if he had those 10 coins right there, for example, making that big play, that would have been like 10 coins to the enemy team. But he needs the freedom to do that. He's gonna say, my bad, I'm a monkey. Hey, I made a big mistake on E.T.C early in the game. Great player like Mopsio's tilted, he's making mistakes. Quacknick's, he's a bit tired too, and he's making a mistake as well. Picks a fight that he really shouldn't and gets somewhat punished for it. We're looking at maybe invading here. I don't think it's a good idea with Illidan dead. I mean, we really don't have very much damage apart from Illidan. Like, Medivh does a little bit, but he's more about enabling the Illidan and kind of the team. He's been playing, oh, by the way, it's a great Medivh game too. He's doing great work. We got Ragnaros, but Ragnaros is slow melee. He's not going to be doing too much. We're looking at maybe doing an interrupt here. That was a nice root. Good work by Sainsbury's. He actually gets caught by the root, which is hidden in the brush, funnily enough. You can see there, Quacknick saying, like, kill Mopsio. He's tilted. Like, just go for him. You can kill him. No problem. Try to knock these guys back. Just zone them off my team. Stun both Li Ming and him. Got a mosh pit. Very annoying that Li Ming gets out of it, actually. Then interrupts it. I mean, it's not going to save her, but damn, like, we were mosh pitting. And just literally between the ticks of the mosh pit, maybe I was like activated it slightly too late or something, but slightly between those ticks, She was able to teleport out without getting stunned. Oh, it super sucks. Anyway, it worked out, but I was like, when that happened, I couldn't believe it. I was like, God darn it, I thought I'd position that really well. I took like an extra split second again just to be like, can I catch all 3 heroes in this? No, this will do. This is enough. And then she gets out. I was like, shit, I should have pressed it a little bit earlier just to ensure we got it. But, oh well. Mistakes are made. And it's kind of fun to learn stuff like that in the game. I was looking for a stun there on Mr. Doggy Dog, Mr. Shaw. It didn't work. We're getting tons of heals here from Lucio, waiting to perhaps re-engage. Now Dahaka can potentially make it back in. We're just going to hop through this. They sure are chasing. Here comes Dahaka, our good friend. Illidan able to Q out. Nicely done. Gonna leave an amp here. Knocks him back just to make sure we get out okay. It was a pretty close chase, that. Medivh's out of mana. I'm half on mana. They don't have any coins, so it's not important, right? I think this is often a mistake I see people make on Black Hearts. Even in Master players sometimes. It's like the fighting over turn-ins and stuff. Like, why would you go and fight over the turn-in now? They don't have any coins, even now. Like, even if they had 12 coins, you just go like, let them do it. It's okay. Rather than taking a bad fight, you can just let them turn in. It's like, if it's really important that you stop the turn-in, then you can do it like when they've got a big turn-in, it's going to get them like a keep, it's going to get them a big talent tier advantage, they're going to be able to snowball something off of it. But yeah, it's like picking the right fights is an important thing in these games. Ragnaros is split pushing top, right? So we want to be fairly cautious here. Going to come down bottom where our teammates are in a bit of trouble. But with Medivh there, I mean, Lucio should be relatively safe. And he's able to get out just fine. Going to join Medivh across through this portal. Help Lucio clear out these guys. Actually, you don't need to. They're going to swing back up. But yeah, as Illidan is saying, as Quackney is saying, like, they don't really have any substantial coins. We've got loads. So basically, they're the ones that want to fight. They've got nothing to lose. We've got everything to lose. Now, at level 20 secured, it should be pretty easy. But yeah, I mean, still, that's something that's very important to note. Is that it's understanding when you want to fight. Sometimes you even want to let them just get a full turn in for free because you can't afford to take it. It's so important on this map because if you take a fight and you lose, you give away coins. You give away the opportunity to farm coins. You give away the opportunity to turn in coins, even more coins, or set up further turn-ins. So you have to play very cautiously, very safe. Like you really can't make big mistakes like that. He's gonna get out. We don't have Sulfura Smash, so he gets away. The disadvantage of Lava Wave. No stun to stop Dahaka. But anyway, here comes the Lava Wave. Speaking of, there's a bit of damage to Greymane. Our teammates have gone for a turn-in. We actually pick off Li Ming there, so we go kind of aggressive in order to get that kill, and it worked out. Mosh pit early on time. Literally, Malf is literally standing right around the corner going, yeah, man, I'm just, cleansed. See ya. Sorry, buddy. So I was kind of sad about that. But what can you do? It's an interesting choice in terms of level 20. E.T.C has 5 excellent level 20 talents. It's kind of hilarious. He has 5 excellent level 20s. You got Bolt of the Storm, so you can like do a Bolt Mosh Pit combo or just like Bolt out. Got Storm Shield to protect yourself a bit and your allies. Death Metal if you're intending to die and you do a free Mosh Pit. It can't be interrupted when you die, which is really strong. We obviously can't upgrade Stage Dive in this game, but Torbus, we could do that. Our Mosh Pit reduces Power Slide, and we can Power Slide while Mosh Pit's active and increase the duration. Could be kind of nice. Obviously, we wouldn't take Torbus in this game because they got Li Ming who can just interrupt it anyway. Excuse me. Death Metal is possible, but not probable because we haven't really been dying much, so I don't think it's necessary. Storm Shield or Bolt are probably the ones. Like, we could do like a Bolt of the Storm into a Mosh Pit if we could catch Li Ming in it and Malf, and hey, then we'd probably win the fight just like that. Or you could get Storm Shield to try to protect Illidan a bit more. I think that's what I go for in the end. Storm Shield. And we knock Zul back in to the team. Yeah, we go for Storm Shield. We've got it ready to go as well. Leyline Seal catches a couple of people. And this is going to be game at this point. There's 2 enemy heroes dead. Lava Wave arrives as well. Quacknick's on the core. He's doing a bit of BM into the fountain. As you do. Just going to bully these guys around a bit because we can. Go for a stun. He ice blocks and the court goes down. And GG. That was an interesting enough game, alright. Seeing some of the pro players. And a weird composition, right? With no range damage, just kind of like a Medivh Illidan support. Ragnaros double farming the top lanes and doing a great job. Now, part of the reason, or one of the main reasons this game went so well, was that Mopsio on that Zul was tilted. He was playing badly because of his frustration. And then, but I thought again it was kind of interesting to see and to note that, you know, Quacknix made the call. He was like, guys, he's tilted. Go gank him right now because he's not going to respond appropriately. We're going to be able to punish that. You can see Lucio as well heals absolutely tons of health. It's really, really crazy how much healing that character can do. Also, Lava Wave and Lava Surge. Never seen them before, and it almost, like, I don't think I've ever seen these in a ranked game. Obviously, Lava Wave when Rag first came out, but he was basically banned non-stop when he first released. But yeah, it's the first time I've seen Lava Wave in a very long time, but it was used to good effect. It was used to good effect to control the lanes, to push down the lanes. And it's like Ragnaros wasn't really all that involved in the team fights. He was mostly focused on controlling the waves, pushing it in, farming XP. And yeah, he kind of understood what his role in this game was to be. And he picked his talents accordingly. And I think it worked out really, really well. And there you go. I hope you found it interesting. You know, it's somewhat one-sided, but I think it's still a very interesting video nonetheless. And a cool little look at E.T.C. and some of the sort of plays he could make, you know, with the Medivh as well. Like, it was great Illidan play, great Medivh play. The Lucio obviously played very well too. And, you know, Ragnaros played, like, pretty much everyone on the team was playing fantastically. So it was kind of interesting to see how it all functions within a sort of unusual team comp when everyone is playing their characters to a very, very high level. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all next time for more Heroes of the Storm. Bye-bye.